The soldier's feet were clamped tight in chains by his comrades, the other end of which was driven firmly into a rock with iron nails. All they left him was a sniper rifle, a meager amount of ammunition, and some rations, their punishment for his desertion. To hold off the enemy alone. No sooner had his comrades vanished into the forest than Jack seized the rifle and began loading it. But when he raised the scope, there was no sign of them. His first urgent task: break the shackles. In a panic, he aimed the rifle at the chain and pulled the trigger. The recoil slammed into his shoulder, sending a jolt of pain through his body that made him grunt. The chain, thick and unyielding, remained intact. Rummaging through his pack, he found a pair of glasses. Suddenly, an idea sparked. With a small knife, he carefully pried off the lenses, stacked them together, then broke a pine branch, scraped off its resin, chewed it until soft, and spread it along the edges of the lenses. He wedged the branch as a support between them, poured water into the gap, and a crude magnifying glass took shape. Jack covered the iron nails with moss, then used the lens to focus sunlight onto them. The moss soon smoldered and caught fire. He tossed on dry twigs, and the flames flared. Once the fire died down, he doused the rock with cold water. The sudden shift from heat to cold made it crack and splinter. He tugged at the nails, but they stayed fast. Days and nights blurred together as he dug relentlessly, carving a deep pit around the chain. Just as he paused to eat, the distant roar of engines cut through the air. Enemy vehicles thundered past, mercifully unseeing. Moments later, two planes screamed overhead, bombing the troops that had just passed. He had to hurry. The area could swarm with enemies at any second. If firewood was running low. If he didn't escape soon, starvation would claim him. Even if he evaded the Soviets, only one cup of water remained in his canteen. Desperate, he doused the stone, pried frantically at the nail, then emptied all his bullets, pouring their gunpowder into the rock's cracks. He lit it and ducked behind a boulder. When the smoke cleared, the nail still jutted stubbornly from the rock. Furious, he kicked the nail, looped his gun belt around a distant boulder, and swung with all his weight, slamming into the chain again and again. From dawn till midnight, his hands blistered and bleeding, he didn't stop. With one final, shuddering blow, the nail loosened. Jack wrenched it free, and stumbled into freedom.